Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Raviakibabenjoseph. I appreciate you coming out today, showing up to my channel. Much love and respect to all my new subscribers. Okay? And everybody supporting and helping my channel grow. I really appreciate it sincerely. Looking forward to maybe tonight going live. See how that goes. I don't know about y'all, but I had a really difficult time last night. The energy was heavy. I don't even know. It was just weird. I literally just did not sleep. So, and that happens to me every so often. Dealing with spiritual warfare and black magic, it'll do it to you. Okay, like I'm surrounded by it. Like my whole area is surrounded by it, so I know. I feel it. Trust me. Anyhow, let's look at this situation. Okay, what do we got for the collective? Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, Mother Matrix, trusted spirit guides, and our holy guardian angels. Please be with this message. Please, Spirit, be with me. I did pull a few cards, okay? And the first card that I pulled out was Temperance card. So it could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And then the Before Tarot, I pulled out the Ten of Swords, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. So right away, I see a fated, destined event that is going to occur or has occurred or is occurring right now in your life, okay? You know, and this is a painful and inevitable ending. So the Ten of Swords, right, has come out a lot in my readings due to the nature of betrayal and how that is promoted by certain groups of people, okay? So, all right, there's a need for introspection in this situation, whatever this might be, okay? And there's something, again, with the Wheel of Fortune and destiny, all right? So there's something fated here, all right? So, and it's not a time for you to be, how do you say, looking outside of yourself, okay? You really need to go within to find the wisdom on that inner path, okay? And this is right before, sorry, right before he gets the light. You see how he's pulling that star out of the sky? It's the hexagram. That's that interior light, okay? Some kind of devastating ending is happening in your life. And with the Temperance angel here, what that immediately says to me is that you're being protected, you're being guided, all right? And this could involve some kind of a love situation, Two of Cups, okay? Something, maybe a learning to love yourself, because the Ten of Swords is really about, like, how do you say, could represent like mental anguish, feeling completely defeated. Nine of Swords, okay? It could be stressed out over money. Ace of Pentacles. And maybe a home situation, okay? Stability in the home. So we got a relationship parameter, some kind of a betrayal. And this is a major, and to the Hermit, double confirmation. Heavy on the Virgo energy out here on the board, and the Empress, okay? Venus, the Venetian energy, abundance, could be something being born, given birth, right? And this could be like in the mental plane, in the astral. So the sense is that, like, when something's being birthed in the astral, the way that it impacts our consciousness, you see, if our frequency is not elevated enough to attach itself to that frequency, right? We don't get that message or that download. And that message, that spiritual astral message in the plane of the astral plane, okay, is abundant in imagery. And that's part of the secret of the Empress card in tarot. You see the wheat here, okay? And this wheat, and there's a stream that comes along here, coming around. This is associated with the Hebrew letter Daleth, which in Hebrew is Daleth, Lamed, Ta, 434. That's a very important numerical coefficient in Qabalah and the secret gematria that you will not find published anywhere except in my book. Facts. Okay? Among so many other Wonderful gems of great truth. Seriously. Anyhow, so there's an abundance of energy on the astral plane, okay? And it's giving birth to something. But when it comes down and when it descends upon the individual and hits the crown chakra, right? This is the heaviness of the giving birth on the astral plane, which causes us to be conflicted, to not be able to sleep at night. Like, for example, myself last night, I couldn't sleep, but I wasn't having any, like, worries or concerns or anything like that. I'm, highly intuitive. And so I know when I'm dealing with witchcraft, okay, and black magic. And when people are lighting candles on me, I feel it immediately. In the beginning, I didn't, and that's because, I'm talking like 20 years ago, I didn't feel those things, right? And see, so this could be somebody giving birth to something on the astral plane that's causing a 10 of swords a complete devastation. Now, this is before tarot. So this is like the setup. You see how those guys are lying in wait right there with their wands? This guy's just walking cluelessly. But look how tall this guy is compared to these folks back there hiding in the bushes. He walks like a giant among these men, unconcerned and unbothered or worried. Now look, that looks like a tree right there, but it is a tree, but from my distance, from this angle here, it looks like a hole. Like somehow these people back here are amazed at you because like Jesus walking on water, bro. You walked right over this hole that they set for you as a trap. All right? Facts. And you're learning to love yourself. Okay? And that is so important for everything that you do. A bunch of people sent me some messages last night. Okay, I want to get back to this right here, but I want to say this before I forget. Regarding some things happening in their lives and certain situations. I'm not privy to the experiences of every human being that's on my channel. It's so I would suggest to anybody out there, and this is for everybody. We all know this. We're not, I'm not purporting to be a psychic, okay? I'm not purporting to, to those things. I will be completely frank and honest with you about my gifts, all right? And I'm not sitting here trying to, expound upon how great a person or whatever. I have a very humble view of myself. I feel it's a very well-balanced and healthy view of myself. Maybe that's something you need to consider. Don't compare yourself to other people when you're starting out a new project. That's what I'm getting at, okay? The biggest mistake that we make, all right, all of us newbies out here, okay? The biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes that we make is we compare ourselves to all these people with big channels and big numbers and big this and all this. We don't know the particulars of the grind that they went through or even how long it took for them to obtain the success that they have. So a few people reached out to me and I get mixed messages because I don't necessarily know what people are communicating and they're assuming that I already know. And that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Spirit. Don't assume that I already know what you're thinking or going through in your life. You need to provide me some explanation so I can tap in. That's what I do good at. That's one of my gifts. Okay, if I can just tap into your energy on some level enough, that's where I can make that kind of a connection. So I do apologize for some of my first readings that I gave out to some people in the beginning when I just started my channel 4 weeks ago, right? And I was not prepared for everything appropriately. But moving forward, I can guarantee you that everything's going to continue to get better for my channel here and for you as well. So this is like an answer to somebody out there specifically. Okay? Marielle, this is your home. Okay? It's a home you love. Right? There's some kind of situation in your life, something that you're tied to, attached to, okay, that is distracting you in a sense as well. Look, you see how this guy is just oblivious? I mean, this could be like faith or whatever, but this is like a heavy on spiritual attacks on the astral realm, okay? And this is like a form of poison. It poisons the mind. We don't see it. That's why it's so insidious. That's why it's so easy to get trapped in the mindset, because on the outside, okay, Daleth is, I call me tangent, okay, Daleth is the gate, the doorway, all right, the entrance, the pivot of the door into the house. That is what the Hebrew letter Daleth is, which is associated with the Empress card, okay, and Venus. So there's something here on the spiritual plane and the astral plane that has caused you the need to go within, okay? And so you've been isolating yourself. Now, I want to talk more about this. Okay? 9 of Swords on the astral plane as it descends upon the mind. And how those frequencies, depending what they are, if it's black magic, if it's spirit, if it's a spirit guide, if it's an ancestor, who the heck knows? An alien? I don't know. But I absolutely believe we're all aliens. I don't belong here, bro. I don't know about you. But every day I wake up, I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I don't know, man. It drives me insane. All right, I want to get more information on this 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. Okay, we understand we're dealing with some kind of fated event, some kind of destiny. Okay, what you're concerned about right now in your life, if I have to be completely honest, if I'm looking on the board, is this home situation and a love situation and your future. You know, is it going to be prosperous? All right. And the reason I was using the Empress as an example is because this is a secret, Kabbalistic secret. When you impregnate subconsciousness, all right, with imagery, okay, those images like fester in the pool of subconsciousness, and then they start bubbling up and manifesting. And that's the wheat stalks. You see, the Empress closely is associated secretly with Virgo and Leo. Same with the Strength card. When you see her grabbing the tail, all right, or that's one aspect of it. So in the ancient Dendara planisphere in Egypt and the Dendara temple, their zodiac, okay, what you see is 3 divisions, deacons, okay, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, 30 degrees for the sign of Virgo. But on that sign, you see 3 women in 3 different characteristics operating under a different capacity. One is with a wand, one is carrying a bushel, okay, and one is holding the tail of the lion, which shows you the transition between Leo and Virgo, and there being Virgo is the largest constellational sign of the zodiac. I think it holds about 51 degrees in totality of a 360 degree planisphere, okay, of the zodiacal wheel. Virgo is the largest sign. She gives birth to the sun, all right, Jesus, okay, and the 12 apostles, or the 12 signs of the zodiac, right? All right, the sun, Aish, right, man of fire, Isis, baptized with fire, pronounced Isis. Anyhow, so in other tarot cards that you've seen probably in your life, Marcialis, I think especially, she holds a child in her hand, like the Black Madonna, right? She is the queen of heaven, the queen of heaven, okay? And in the astral realm, you see how she has the 7 stars upon her crown chakra? Okay, 12 stars. It's around her neck. She has a pearl necklace of 7 white purified pearls. Those are the 7 purified chakra centers, and also the 7 metals and the 7 planets as they are positioned in the zodiacal wheel, the 12 stars. Now, those are 12 pentagrams, my friend. I'm giving you some secrets here just to comprehend and think about. Okay, copper is associated specifically with the planet Venus. All right, and this card, the metal of this card is copper and Venus. There's a reason about copper, and why metals were attached to the planets, it has to do specifically with the scientific electromagnetic properties of each metal associated particularly with that planet. For example, moon being silver, one of the most highly electrically conductive metals that we know of. Okay, the sun being gold, right? Mercury being mercury, okay? And going down the line there, all the planets. They disclose a characteristic secret of the esoteric knowledge of this. I don't know why, but your reading is coming out today esoteric, my friend. It just is, all right? So something is being given birth on the astral plane. And that is, it's like the cancel culture of your mind, bro. And it's canceling out. You see like these people over here? These are like the psychic vampires. Just waiting to pounce on your throat, your jugular. Suck out all your life force. Gang stalkers. Look at this. These people thinking you walking on water, bro. I'm telling you. You don't believe me? They're over there dumbfounded as fuck. They're like, what the? We just look at, because I'm telling you, it's all about perception, okay? I know it's a tree, but from my angle and everything, what I'm seeing is a hole. And this man just walked right over it. Like, damn, these ninjas was over here waiting just to tie you up in that hole. Whatever they was going to do, it wasn't going to be pretty, bro. Okay, 10 of swords up in here. All right. But see, spirit guides you. You're guided by your inner light. Okay, now this is truly Ophiuchus. All right, but I'm telling you, there's a secret zodiac. And none of these tarot card not one of these tarot card readers that you're going to listen to on YouTube, not one of them knows that secret zodiac. I guarantee you and promise you with all my heart and everything I love. They don't know it. And if they do in any way, they ain't going to tell you, bro. They ain't going to tell you, my divine feminine. So, whether that means nothing, it don't really mean nothing if you're going to get a card reading. You know what I'm saying? But however, if you want to know some of the little more intimate, deeper secrets pertaining to some of these things and how that can apply to your life, then yeah, it definitely has meaning. And it would be important for us to have a proper zodiac wheel in order to, do our calculations and coordinations. The fortunate thing is we do have a static representation of it, and it functions according to the lunar cycle because of the means of how the moon moves. So the moon turns on its axis in approximately 27.3 days, all right? Rotates on its axis and goes around the earth that's referred to as the sidereal rotation of the going around the earth, and the synodic. So the sidereal is locked in, tidally locked, okay? That's 27.3 days. The synodic cycle is 29.58 days, operating within a 12 to 13 month scale. This is the whole secret of Jehovah and Yodevahe and our Creator, and how our mother and the matrix, because the moon is the mother matrix, the womb. She traps us, she deceives us, but she also births us. Anyhow, so something is being birthed on the astral realm, all right? And it's causing you, all right, it has to do with your destiny. Chariot energy is justice out here. Libra energy, justice. Heavy on the Virgo and Libra energy, like right away. I mean, got Sagittarius here, Jupiter on the board with Wheel of Fortune. So, but I feel like this is you're learning lessons right now, okay? And you're retreating. Maybe you're retreating into your home, all right? Four of Wands. Okay, but I have a feeling like something has festered for a long time and it's built up, maybe inside your mind, okay? And you're really worried about, look at this. Seven of Wands. You're worried about how you can defend yourself. Maybe you're trying to defend yourself from creditors. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. If you don't believe me, you're going to believe me now. 10 of Swords, double confirmation to the Tower, my friends. All right, heavy on the Pluto energy here again. This is what I try to tell you. Because we reincarnate, here's a little secret, right? Maybe it's not a secret. Because we reincarnate, All right, the mental construct is never fully lost. If you look closely at this card, that final sword is actually going alongside him, not into his brain. All right, there's something shocking, something maybe devastating in your life right now or about to occur. And I feel like this is going to bring justice in your life. I know it doesn't look like it. Okay? I know it don't look like it, all right? But what you got out here is you got a plot. You're dealing with a spiritual narcissist, okay? They're trying to block you. They fear you. You need to trust your intuition. They're poisoning you. You need to love yourself, okay? Could be dealing with the FBI. Are they good or are they bad? Dark witch. So you're definitely dealing with some kind of witchcraft here. Sagittarian energy. Scorpion energy. Wow, look at that. Right at the same time. Look at that. Dark practitioner. So you got a dark witch, dark practitioner, and they going to jail. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Okay? Now, if I get the Eight of Swords out here, we could talk business. All right, we got the Justice card out here. But what this tells me is that this is being balanced out. Because look at this energy. Okay? You know, naturally speaking. All right? Something has to be balanced out here. This is torn down. This is destroyed. This is that false ego, right? All right, this is a mental death on the astral plane. A devastating end to a way of looking at things in your life. Now, this is being alchemized and balanced out. Okay? In your life. So that's why I was going to say, too, it's important that we pay attention to the imagery you put into your minds. That imagery can give birth. You see, that's what Virgo was. Or the Virgin, Mara, or Mary. Mara meant bitterness of the waters, the virgin birth of water, in the water. And the opposite sign being Pisces or Ichthus, the fish, right? Symbol of Jesus. And that zodiac sign. So when the sun entered Virgo was when the star or when Jesus was born. 6 months prior to that, Johannan, the dove, secret of Venus, the dove and the copper and the heart, okay? The dove. And the number 71. 71 is a division of the planet Venus. It all corresponds. So I'm trying to take all that knowledge is actually hidden in tarot. All of it. The truth of our existence. Crazy. I know it's tough. Ooh, look at that. Death. Scorpio energy again. Somebody's trying to cause you a painful ending in your life. We got Judgment. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to say that. King of Pentacles to the Judgment card. Okay. So this is like you could play a musical instrument. Okay. Music is going to be important to cleanse you. You see, Judgment is all about regeneration. This is like the resurrection. They're being called forth from the tomb. The king is on the board calling forth judgment on this situation. King, queen, don't make a difference. Again, remember, we know this. It's all energy, right? Okay? So it's the embodiment of that powerful energy that the King of Pentacles represents. Calling judgment. So there's heavy forces on the board here in your favor, okay? In the sense of like, things are being destroyed, things are being wiped out, but they're preparing a new clean mental space, a new clean heart center, a new clean sacral plexus. You see, simply doing, simply like using sage and things like that, and these cleansing baths and all that stuff, a lot of that is psychological. Okay, I'm not saying none of it is effective, but we're not even using sage the way that it's supposed to be used appropriately by the natives, and I know that. I just know, we're not. So that's just one thing, but it still has a beneficial effect, of course. I can feel it, I can sense it, I know it. But what I'm saying is there's a cleansing that's occurring that's much more powerful in your life than anything like that's going on. You got energies in your life higher than you. of higher intelligence, higher consciousness, higher frequency. You see? And this around her is like a rainbow. You can't see it. I always look at her. I always, because this is my earth angel. So you know, she's feminine, but she's not feminine. If you get my, she's androgynous, just like the world card in tarot. An androgynous being in the world card. All right, yeah. So you've had to retreat and go within. Okay, that's what I feel like you're doing. You've been locking yourself away in your house. All right, okay. And I feel like you're kind of like allowing a situation to play out because it's really, this situation is out of your control, okay? Like, I mean, I know you're the king on this board, but there looks like there's just other powers out here, all right? And somebody's trying to give birth to an idea on the astral plane, okay? Or maybe what it is you got too much on your brain, okay? All right? You got too much on your mind, and you need to let that go. New World Order agenda. But what I see here, I haven't seen like no conspirator, shadow work. Yeah, I just got that feeling. Like, you need to act with courage in this situation in your life, all right? And you're working on your shadow right now. Maybe, and that's, you got, oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, you're dealing with a cult. Go figure. Probably being gang stalked. Okay? This is part of the New World Order agenda. Nipsey Hussle, right? That's what they try to do to me out here. Stuck in a toxic community, sacrifice children in underground tunnels, and I'm up in here in spiritual court busting a cap in that ass. Slow kill. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so, well, we know what we're dealing with here. All right. So we got 10 swords in the astral realm, descending upon you, all right, at night. They're hovering above you on the astral plane. They're coming. They're like it's these covens, and they're coming down with their energy that just like descends upon you. It's real, especially if they got you isolated. Spirit, the star. Look, man, I'm just saying. Well, okay, all eyes on you, right? So you got healing energy big time, all right? If you follow my readings, all right, you know, all right, all the eyes are on you. People are watching you. People that you don't even know are watching you. I mean, if you're being gang stalked, if you're being targeted, all right, by these dark practitioners, you know, this energy, okay? Feds are involved, all right? These people are trying to block you, all right? So the key in all this for me is for you to act with courage and work and love yourself and work on the shadow work, okay? Because you have this star energy, and that's going to draw to you these kinds of narcissistic, demonic people, all right? The star energy draws in the good, the bad, that just draws in, okay? Your healing energy. Your healing energy just drawing in people, and it's going to draw in the light and the dark, okay? The dark is attracted to the light, all right? That's why these narcissists, they go after like earth angels and chosen ones and people like us, empaths, and whatever you want to say to describe that. But that's why, because we embody this star energy, okay? That's what you embody. You have to believe that. And also, in reference to Mario, Spirit just said you need to hone in. If you're listening to this message, you need to hone in on your gifts, but be honest with yourself about certain things. It's like, listen, this is what happens in the industry, okay? They gas you up. So I feel like this is just the message for this person, okay? Be mindful of who you trust, okay, in your life right now. Because, you know, if it's so easy to have a dream and a vision of something you want for your future, to be a star, and what is wrong with that? I mean, in all honesty, there's nothing wrong with that in its base value. It's just when you get the Hollyweird, again, it's all fucked up from there, man. Cocaine just dripping out your butt crack. Anyhow, so for you, be mindful of who you trust around you with what you're doing. And also, this is just a thought, and this could be for anybody, for somebody out there. When you're working on like your career or something like that. Now, I wrote my books. I know what it's like, how long and arduous and dedicated you have to be to produce 3-volume series of about 1,500 pages. Okay, and that's what I did. All right, so I know, and I'm talking scholarly work. So I know the difficulty of all these things, okay? I'm not being very articulate right now. It's early, forgive me. Let me get some more coffee. Maybe I need a little jump to my step right here, man. I'm not popping. Anyhow, so honing in on what abilities you have. Don't try to overreach. Okay, you remember, like, that's what all these artists are. They get with the wrong people and they never go anywhere because they're exploited. They're used, especially as a woman. And these male people out here, these male narcissists, this could be a message for somebody in the industry. You're dealing with some kind of like spiritual narcissist in your business, what you're trying to do, okay, in your career. You got people around you trying to put in your mind negative thoughts and shit, okay? And Spirit is trying to block this for you, okay? Because you got this, the Ace of Pentacles out here, which is a form of success, a gift, coming from the Most High God, all right? They also could be concerned about something to deal with money. But being the Star, okay? Especially like if you're an introspective person, if you're somebody that, introverted, somebody like a Virgo, heavy on the board here, right? But if you're someone like that, taking that first step to come out and do something, I know, man, it's tough. It is. Nobody in a million years would have ever thought that I would be who I am. I don't, I've been targeted and attacked, and because of that, it's so easy now for everybody to point their finger at me as if something's wrong with me, as if I did something wrong when all these people are doing this shit. Like, as if the person who tried to rob you and steal your purse when you were walking down the street, because you couldn't fight him off, it's your fault. That's literally how these people think, man. These are dark practitioners. They work in nothing but deception and lies. You gotta be careful. The whole industry is overtaken by these sharks, man. I'm telling you. And they come glib, man. They know how to speak. They know how to twinkle that little, over your eyes, that star does, right? To get you thinking to sign this contract, or let me help you with this. All the while, they're stealing everything. They're doing all this stuff, and you don't even know it, man. They're trying to Selena your ass. And that's what they try to do with me. And they're still trying to do it with me right now. They literally are still lighting candles on me. I'm still isolated. I can't function in my community whatsoever at all. I can't leave my home. Literally I can't, nothing. I'm isolated, and I'm okay with that. Because this right here, I relate to this message. This right here is what is going to build the empire. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta think about it like that. Don't let nobody else's thoughts penetrate your fucking mind, man. All right, you're in the astral. All right, don't let them. You got to block that. You got to guard that. You got to have faith in your own. But you also got to be honest with yourself, like me. I know I'm not the most gifted tarot reader in the world or some nonsense like that. I'm not going to come out here and act like I'm something I'm not. And every time I try to I'm being honest, every time I try to sway a little bit to see if that side or what this person's doing is successful. Well, let's see if I could take a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we all do. That's what you should do. Seriously. But at the same time, you want to be more authentic to yourselves. Maybe not covering other people's music, things like that, but honing in on your own creativity and also being honest with yourself about your abilities. Don't overextend your ability. Measure it back down to a base form. And that base form, okay, that's your foundation right here. All right, this message is for somebody. It's coming through, okay? This is for somebody in the industry. This is for somebody a star. This is for a star. This is for somebody on the up and up, on the come up, on something. Could be music, could be artwork, could be. This is somebody who's famous. All right. I mean, let's look at it for what it is. Nowadays, to be famous, all you gotta do is get on the news, right, or something like that. But this energy's been coming out heavy for my collective. I got some earth angels out here, and I got some mother humping stars, baby. All right, that's why they coming for you, man. They always fucking come for the stars, man. These are the star whackers. Psst. Look up Randy Quaid and Dennis Quaid. Okay, Randy Quaid was Dennis Quaid's brother. Randy Quaid was the dude in Independence Day, the movie, very end of the movie, where he was able to fly the jet into the spaceship and blow everything up. He's like, hey guys, I'm back, and blow everybody, whatever. Okay, but that, all right. He had to move to fucking Canada from Hollywood, okay, because these people were targeting his fucking life, man, and he had to be vocal, be on the news, like big thing. These are disgusting fucking human beings. I'm sorry, they just are. And they need to be eradicated off our fucking earth, man. That's for somebody out there. I'm going to say it for you, man. Because these people ain't got no damn right to be out here unaliving people, signing blood contracts, doing black magic, trying to steal people's identities and shit. Like, come on, man. What'd I say? Death. Double confirmation. Heavy on the Scorpio energy. I think we still are. No, we are in Sagittarius, huh? Death. Transformation. Wow, this is going to be a beautiful transformation. It may not look like it, okay, because you see the heavy energy around here, and these psychic attacks and these spiritual attacks. That's why I'm trying to tell you the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, all right? And that's in physical sense. They're spiritual, man. So you have to like pick up your sword of truth, the helmet of salvation, all right? The breastplate of righteousness, your loins girded about, you know what I mean? Protected. You got to protect, or your feet shod with the good news. Excuse me, a shield of faith, because they come for you. And if you let other people's mindsets clog your mind, you're letting somebody else control you. This is all about soul control. What do you think magic is all about? Magic is literally trying to force the fucking universe to alter somebody's destiny or whatever it is. Okay, in their minds, like these are fanatical religious nut jobs. I don't give a damn. There should be laws against these people, and they should be incarcerated and eradicated on some level across the whole earth. And if we did that, man, we'd all be singing Kumbaya and smoking a fatty. King of Pentacles, double confirmation. The king is dead. Long live the king. Double confirmation. Wheel of Fortune. Baby, this is your destiny. Listen, this is your fated destiny. This whole... The Empress. Double confirmation. Are you following me? Are you hearing the words that are coming out of me? Arsehole. If I pull this card, I just want you to know I love you, Spirit. I appreciate you so much for being present with our messages and for the collective being here to listen. The Hermit. Triple confirmation. This message is going to hit with somebody today. Justice. Double confirmation. Whew. Wow, it's going to take me a minute to look at this. Oh my God, to the Lover. Dude, every card, I got to put this deck away. Oh my God. Drink it in, baby. Drink it in. Okay. I'm sorry. Spirit. Justice. Taurus. Jupiter returns with benefits. Wheel of Fortune. And the Earth element. Stability with Taurus. Okay. Could be doing a Capricorn and Aries. Aries again. Mercury. So something with your stability here as well, right? Okay. Saturn return, and Scorpio I transform. Okay. And part of fortune increase. All right, so this is like the Wheel of Fortune. This is like one of the best cards in this astrology deck, right? Part of fortune. It's like your in your zodiac chart, the part of fortune. Kind of look that up. Jupiter returns, the Wheel of Fortune to the part of fortune, increase. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This whole thing here is a blessing in disguise. I know I keep getting that energy, okay? I know it sounds crazy for all this hate, this stalking, you know what I mean? These weirdos, these, you know what I'm saying? These practitioners. These people are under heavy judgment. Look what they do. How the hell is a sinner going to judge another sinner? But these people sacrifice fucking children. Pardon my language, man. These people sacrifice kids and then eat them. I'm sorry, but if you're following me, probably for as long as you follow me, you're going to hear me rant and rave over the same shit. Because I'm pissed. I mean, not even pissed. It just breaks my heart. Like, these things are real. Like, a million kids go disappear. They don't just go missing. Like, they disappear. Like the missing 411 with David Pilates. And he shows you how all these people just disappear, like, poof, gone, vanish in these national parks for hundreds of years. Been going on. Huh, yeah. Fourth house, roots. So we got the earth element, stability, Taurus, to the Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So Uranus and Genius and Virgo. It's like quadruple confirmation on the Virgo energy. Heavy on this, a divine feminine out here. Heavy on a divine feminine, a feminine energy. Highly intuitive. Look at this. Venus, love, water, sensing. This is like the high priestess, right? So you got the high priestess and you got the empress. Again. So you're very intuitive. You know what's going on in your life. You got a sense of it. I mean, we look for confirmation from spirit. And there was something earlier I was thinking about. And I got this little notebook because I keep getting all these thoughts and stuff, and I need to start writing them down. And I used to do that so much and so well. And for so long as well, like for so many years, and I've kind of given up on that. But something earlier was I was thinking about. What was I thinking about? God, it just slipped my mind. It just slipped my mind. Oh, okay. So Venus and love, okay, and the situation with justice, okay. The idea here is not just of balance, but of birthing, okay? Of birthing a higher sense of femininity, right? And love. So Venus deals with the idea of the dove and of love and of purity, okay? The copper being a negatively charged. So the planet Venus is negatively charged and going in opposite orbit to all the other planets other than Uranus, which goes in a retrograde motion for its motions, right? Okay. So out of all of this situation, you're learning to love yourself, okay? You're learning to heal. Let's see. You're being slow killed. I do suffer a little bit from ADHD. Message of concern about a child and despair. Wealthy man. Mature woman. So there could be something involving a child. Maybe this is about like, for somebody. Could be dealing with this spiritual practitioner, could be this wealthy man. I mean, take it however you want to. But there's some kind of a message about a child or about a situation involving a child, okay? But I kept getting an energy of something being born or birthing on the astral realm. All right, I lose thought. I got ADHD. I apologize. I got something like that. I got a lot of cards out here. Okay? So they're attacking you on the astral realm. All right? Let's get a... And that's what I wanted to get back to. The star energy. Okay, I apologize. All right, so that star energy. This was a message that I wanted to give to somebody as well out there. Somebody out there needs to hear this, okay? This is how the industry works. This is the cult. This is the industry of death, the cult of death, okay? That's who you're dealing with. It's all part of one. Jesus almighty, look at this. If the devil's right here, I'm going to... The star. Lord have mercy on my soul. High priestess. Temperance angel. My earth angel. Okay? I know you're following me, but I do need to get a little bit better in all this presentation. Because I lose my... I'm a Gemini, okay? Just forgive me. Just forgive me for just being a Gemini, all right? But anyhow, Sagittarian energy. But I'm a Sagittarian rising and a Sagittarian moon. Interesting. So, anyhow, this energy is heavy on you, okay? Highly intuitive. You're being guided by angelic forces, okay? You have protection. You have protection. You're protected. You got an angel beside you. You got a that's what I was gonna say about the soul tribe. Don't let me forget that, okay? You got somebody standing by your side that you can't even see. There's somebody standing next to you right now, that you cannot see. That's a message for someone. You're not alone. You think you're alone right now, you're not. It just feels like you are. Because in your mind, that's what they want to do to you. They want to Ten of Swords you. How do I do with it? I just throw it away or something? Wherever, well, right here, duh. Sorry, see? This is what they want you to do to your mind. But see, this is what the enemies don't realize. If there's a calling over your life, if you're chosen, okay? Everything that happens to you is fated to happen to bring you to your destiny, okay? And if God has if the spirit source has a calling over your life, if you're chosen for a purpose, okay? Which if you're here, you're chosen. You're an earth angel if you're here, okay? It doesn't matter what capacity you use your energy in. You just got to use it, okay? But they're trying to kill you in your mind, your creative activity here, okay? Blinding and blocking your third eye by the pressure of the force of the astral, this dark magic, okay? And when that dark magic comes down upon you in the night, this is what it does to you while you're sleeping, you see? And then you wake up and you don't feel good and all that stuff, and you wonder why you're lagging throughout the day. That's what I've had difficulty with. That's why I've had a hard time a little bit with some of my readings and everything, is because I gotta tap in. I'm not like some other people. I gotta tap in, okay? Like for real. And then I also have all these things going on around me to try to distract me constantly. So finding the proper time and space to be able to tap in for me is part. So for whatever your star energy embodies, your creative energy, if you're musically inclined, you're an artist, okay? I just feel like I'm dealing with some kind of an artist here. There's some kind of an artistic energy here, a creative energy. I know this was weird, but if you look at the King of Pentacles, you see how elaborate his garments are? It's very artistic, very, cultural. You see? So your work may be recognized all over the world. Your voice may be heard, your magic may be felt, and there's good and bad magic. We are practicing magic here on YouTube with these readings, for sure. I'm practicing a form of magic because I am spell casting. But I'm spell casting goodness over your life, and blessings over your life, and power over your life, and control. Feels way better. Doesn't it feel way better when you are in love or have loving energy? You know what I'm saying? Or like Why would you want to put death in the ether? That's what these people are doing. They literally have put death. Oh my goodness, it flew out. I didn't even see it. Justice. Whatever the situation is, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's a lot of information coming all at once. You're being blessed, you're being protected, you're being guided, you're being directed, okay? And the universe and source and higher beings are the ones involved in this. You got to not let anybody influence the direction you take with your creative projects in your mind. And your stability here and your peace of mind is extremely important, okay? Now, I would say, some would say this could be like a legal situation, but there's, the FBI is out here, but they're always out here. Ain't they always out here? They always out here. Ten of Swords. Wow, what a betrayal. You have suffered. You have suffered, and I know what your suffering is. I know what you went through. I know what you're going through. I've gone through it. I'm going through it. I am you. Ten of Swords. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. As crazy as that sounds, right? These Ten of Swords, these evil scumbags out here. The Nine of Cups is what's behind the Ten of Swords, you see? That fulfillment, that personal fulfillment. And that's what you're getting as a result of overcoming this situation in your life, okay? The Nine of Cups. What did I say? From your hard work. Your hard work is going to pay off. This is perfecting your art and your craft, okay? You're collaborating. This is for somebody, this is for an artist. Your collaboration will be successful, but you need to be careful because some people are coming in to try to take what is yours. Four of Pentacles. That's what I feel like is going on here. Somebody wants to steal your creative ideas and your work, leave you in a state of Five of Cups, regret and remorse and loss and despair and hopelessness, right? That's the energy we got out here. That was what I was going to say about the message of concern and something being birthed. So like your star energy, in my case, let me use myself as an example as to describe this, how I would describe it. So it's like a baby being born, right? But not a real baby, but it's like your baby, your creative, artistic baby, okay? And you put a lot of time in it, a lot of effort, a lot of work, but you got other people on the outside trying to steal your work, okay? Trying to steal your creativity. And that's what I feel like this message of concern is. Like Spirit is telling you that like you got some really dark forces out here at work against your progress and movement forward and wanting to maybe be famous. I don't know. But it's got you just in despair, okay? And now, like this wealthy man, this like some industry tycoon. That's the first thought that came to my mind. Like, so be very careful, about any contracts you sign. Okay? Know who you're dealing with. Oh my goodness. King of Pentacles. Triple confirmation to the king. Wow. Okay. Let's see. You're putting down your burdens. Okay. Let's get an ancestor message and then we will tie this up. Where are we at? Okay. An ancestor message and an angelic message. Okay. Yeah, these people that have been doing this to you, though, this cult, okay, this toxic community, these people are under heavy judgment, okay? They really are. And understand, they fear you, okay? And they may not even know it. But they're going to jail right next to the FBI. Just saying. What'd I tell you? What'd I say? Spirit guides. Insight, guidance, and purpose. And honor the deities around you. Back to basics. Simplify reduce, and center. That was what I was trying to say earlier. For the artists out there, for the star energy. Simplify, reduce, and center. Because, and also be honest with yourself about what you're good at and what you're not good at, okay? And then strengthen what you're really good at as much as you possibly can, okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, if you're putting out like all this stuff that's not good, right? This is for me as well, okay? And then you're putting out stuff that, you know, is good. You know, you just need to be able to like put more energy onto what is good and what's going to spring you forward and move you forward in what you're trying to go after. All right? So keep it simple, stupid. That's what they say. This is a transforming energy for you. This is the time where you're transforming from the old mental constructs and states of mind that kept you bound to a previous way of thinking. Okay? That's the way, the way of thinking is what keeps people from ever going after their dreams, everything. Okay? Ancestors, connect with your past loved ones, all right? You got your ancestors and your spirit guides on your team right now, okay? So you need to trust, I use that word trusted spirit guides, because there are spirit guides that you cannot trust. So you need to be careful with dabbling in those kinds of things. But your passed over loved ones, sense, feel, and reconnect. I told you, somebody's standing right next to you right now. You got your ancestors with you. You're being spiritually guided and protected. Believe it. I'm telling you, believe it. It's the truth, okay? It is. So honor the gods around you. Whatever they may be for you, okay? In your situation. Angels, what message do you have for the collective angels? Guardian angels. Go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Go for it, okay? I saw a couple people when I was going to say when I woke up, but I didn't even sleep. I just laid there. I don't know what it was, man. It was crazy. Anyways, we all go through that. But I woke up to a couple messages that I received, and I was really encouraged by them, really happy. And I could feel the energy of these beautiful souls that I've my soul tribe out here. That's what you are. You really are. You know, people laugh at that. I won't get into all that. But I had a person who just mocks that kind of stuff and clueless, completely clueless. We really are a soul tribe. We really are. I'm telling you, if you're here with me, it's a miracle. You're not here by any, because I'm different. Okay, and you're different too. I'm telling you, we're different kind of people out here. All right, and my tribe ain't built all the same. My tribe is different, eccentric, different, creative, artistic, inspired. Go for it. New path. I mean, new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated. Okay, so you met somebody recently. Okay, maybe you met somebody. You know, I haven't. The only people I've met are you. The only good people I know in my life right now are you. That includes my family. You are it. You are my family. Okay, and I don't care what they think. Pay careful attention to the new people we send into your life. Wow. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. What did I just say? This is our soul tribe, man. Believe it or not. I'm not the only member of our soul tribe. I mean, it's a huge tribe, man. We don't even know all the people we got out there. Spirit says to daydream, because when you're daydreaming, that's what I was trying to say. That's why I keep losing my thought. The Empress card is all about birthing. The mental imagery that we have in our minds and creation. And the creative, she is artwork. The Empress is an art form. She's an artist. Cupid. And see only love. Wow. I just wanted to peek there, see if there was like something else to deal with it, you know what I mean? Notice the signs. I love these cards, okay? I love these cards. I don't care. These are my angelic message cards because I'm telling you, these cards, they're just real, man. There's angels on these cards. You don't believe me? Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. And that is how I'm going to end this message today, my friends. I appreciate you being here. Please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. Find it in your heart to donate to my channel as I'm building up everything right now. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I know it's not Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to everyone, whatever holiday you celebrate out there. We're almost there. It doesn't even feel like it happened so quick. Anyhow, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate you, and I look forward to hearing from you next time.